Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are going to be doing the Mysterious Monoliths, that sounded kind of funny, Mysterious Monoliths contest, and this is in the Yellow Rock National Forest, which is in Maine, USA, the Phase 6 Haul and Hustle update. So with this, it is recommended that you use a scout, and you have to take this trailer with metal detectors to 4 different, I guess, monolith areas. I'm not sure what they're called, but you'll go to those 4 areas, and all you have to do is just bring the trailer inside the square area, and then it counts as being there, and then you drive off to the next one. And it has to be done at night, which is a little bit more annoying just because it's harder to see, obviously. But like right there, I couldn't see anything and I totally just smashed my front end on something. Yeah, so the first one is very close, and I'm not sure if there's a better order for this or not, but this is just the order that I went in. This is my 3rd attempt. The first one, I got stuck on a hill and I flipped over like 12 times, and then finally I couldn't flip back over. And then shortly after that I ran out of time. And the second attempt, I had a weird glitch happen where my truck was stuck straight up and down, and yeah, I was winching onto trees left and right. Like, I didn't even care if it flipped upside down. I was just trying to get it to not be... it was literally straight up and down. My nose was right into the ground. And so that was the second attempt. Both the vehicles will pass. They were both Tuz 420s that I tried with. And so this was the closest vehicle, so I figured I would use this. I have a lot of ZikZs in the area, so that's what we went with. And this one, obviously I'm not following the road all the way. I'm cutting straight up the hill right now, right behind a warehouse. Just up here you'll be able to see it. And so we kind of just followed the beach to the first one. Then as soon as we got to the top of the hill, I went a little bit to the left and then cut straight up the hill, because there's basically like, I don't know, like a 10 or 15 foot area of trees, and all you really got to do is split one set of trees in a certain spot and you can go right up. And then, yeah, we just turn to the left through this warehouse. We'll just hop right up over the guardrail here. I slow down just because I don't want to completely smash it, but we'll go up over the guardrail. And you can kind of see some of my other tracks, actually, right here, that I went up and down in this exact same area. And when the trailer flipped there for a second, I got a little bit worried that it might get stuck on that tree. But then I just go up and over this. You can kind of see straight in front of me, there's a nice perfect path between these trees. And so I just make a big loop around and come right back out. And you can see the trail that I've went there before, obviously. So the first time I drove through here, I took a different path, and the second time I took that path, and I was like, well, that was way easier, because you can sort of keep your speed and, you know, not really have to do much and go right back down the hill. So I thought that was a much better path. Took it the 3rd time as well, so this is my 3rd attempt. And then here I just try, because the first time I got not stuck on the guardrail, but I was extremely slow going. Like, it would kind of touch the tires on the one side, and then it would kind of touch on the other, and then back and forth, and it only slowed me down like 10 or 15 seconds probably. But with a race, I didn't want to try and, you know, do that again. If I can cut out any time, why not? Then here is a path that I've taken many of times, but I'm not sure how many of them are on YouTube, but I know I've posted at least a few. Or I should say at least one. I don't know if I've posted it a few times, but yeah, I just cut down here. Again, you can see the old tracks. The trailer's going nuts. But we just cut up over this cabin here. I'm going to turn to the right just a little bit, basically straight downhill. This is where we're going to cross the river. And throughout this total contest, you have, I would say, a few minutes. I mean, I guess if you take the same path I did, you have a few extra minutes. And yeah, I would say if you did the exact path that I did and did it perfectly, you'd probably finish at like maybe close to 15 minutes, 14 and a half or something. That's just a guess. But yeah, I totally smashed that rock. I didn't see it till the last minute and it didn't look as bad. That's part of the reason why driving this at night is a little harder. And I keep trying to get it out of first gear for a while there and it wouldn't go. Now we're going to go up this hill. We're going to go for the one on the left. And the first time I did this, I got the one on the left and I almost got the one on the right, and that's where I started flipping. I was trying to go up the hill. And yeah, I kept flipping. The hill was really steep and there's a couple of rocks and there's no like good winch points within the monolith area. They were all in a big circle kind of around it, so I didn't have a good point to get me up into the circle. But here was my second attempt where the Tuz literally got stuck straight up and down. So I just kind of moved it off to the side a little bit over there. And I didn't like how close I got to flipping this. It really went to the side there, so you can see the tracks of the first attempt where I went through here. And then I'm just going to turn to the right and head sort of back towards the road. I turned a little bit too sharply, hit the tree. And then we got this big ditch here. So I was gonna go to the left and then turn, but I'm like, I don't think I have enough space, so I kind of just wanted to hit it straight on, just to not flip. And then we're pretty much just gonna follow this road all the way up towards the last one to when we're really, really close to it. So yeah, this will just weave around, going to the right, and in a little bit here, a couple minutes, it starts to actually get a little lighter out, which makes it easier to see. It also stinks doing this contest because a lot of people don't like watching YouTube videos that you can barely see anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if this video gets a lot less views or view time than other ones, just because it's dark and hard to see. But we're just going to keep following this road. And just up here a little ways is where I turned off on the first time. And I attempted to come up the back side of the hill. And I thought it would be shorter. But and I guess it probably is if you can get it. There was just too many trees in that area for me to try and do it with this longer vehicle. And I already had trouble with it before. I figured I would just take the longer way and not worry about it. But yeah, now that I know that there's a couple minutes to spare, I wouldn't even attempt it. So right here is where I turned off left, and then I would turn up right and try and go up the hill. But I wouldn't attempt it. Yeah, it's just not worth it. You have a couple minutes to spare. There's no point in trying to do it. Especially since you're already like 10 minutes in, you know? You get a setback like that and you have to drive all the way back over there and restart it and get another 10 minutes in before. So it's kind of a pain. So here's where we're going to turn left. Try and get around these rocks a little bit. There's no real good path. I mean, you could try and ride up over those rocks. You could probably do it depending on the vehicle. I guess there is a pretty decent path there, but I just figured with the trailer I'd try and take it a little bit longer. And right here, pretty good path between the trees. We need to get back to the left here. So we're going to split this tank in this stump here, kind of weave our way around. And in just a second here you'll see it's kind of a big open area. And this is where I actually have the second Tuz, or really the first attempt, because the first attempt I got to here. The second one I got the Tuz stuck straight up and down. So here's what I was saying with those, there's no trees to latch onto within this zone. So I was trying to come up right where my the front of the ZikZ is facing, and I actually didn't realize that I have to bring this trailer all the way back when I was recording this. I thought the race was done here, so I was like, oh yeah, I got way more time than I need. And then it's like you got to bring it back to Carter's house. So I was thinking, I don't even know. I'm assuming that's where I took the trailer from, so I'm not sure how far of a drive that is. I had to guess. I said like 5 minutes in my head, so I was like, ooh, that brings me up to like 16 and a half. So I might have like a minute and a half to spare if I can get everything to go right. But of course that's just a guess, and that guess is actually quite a bit off, because yeah, you could probably get it in about 14 and a half. It's probably like a 3-minute drive. So now we're going back. We went back the way we came, and then instead of taking a right to where we actually came from, we took a left, or more straight, I guess. And then up here we're going to take a right. I thought about splitting between those trees there, but I figured with the trailer it'd probably get hung up and it'd just be easier to take a wide turn. And I tried to keep my speed up through this, so that I kind of get a little crazy, barely miss that tree, riding way up on the hill, barely missed that tree. And after a couple of them I let off the gas, and I was like, dude, I gotta quit doing this. Alright, now we're back on the main road. Obviously having this bridge completed is going to make this, or at least the path that I took, much easier. So if you don't have the bridge completed, this path probably ain't going to work for you. So we're at 13 minutes. The house is just off to our right. Now we're on the middle island area. And now we're back across to the far side. And so this path is one that I've taken a few times. Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 times. But with this trailer, it might be a little harder. And yeah, I definitely should have done this a little different. I should have rode this inside turn really, really hard. I did do a pretty good job. But yeah, when I turned, I probably should have tried for the gap between those two trees, so I got stuck here. So 13:55 to about 16:55. So I was stuck here for about 3 minutes, and that's what I'm saying when you got a couple extra minutes. I had to winch my back side to the left and my front side to the right. But yeah, we need 18 for gold, and we're coming up on 17 and a half or whatever. So you do have like 3.5-ish minutes if you take the same route I did of extra time. And I don't know if I'd take that ending again, but it's up to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch another video, there's a random video on screen and another playlist. Please be sure to share the video, like it, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you're notified when I upload. And until next time, peace.